Hey, it's Theo and thank you for joining me. Today I wanted to go over how to build a collection in Hearthstone. Now in this video I'll be going over how to use your dust, how to use your gold and some other tricks to help you improve your collection. Now I've already done some other videos on this topic that will go a bit more in depth, so those links will be in the description, but this video will focus on how to improve your collection. And first of all is you don't want to be clicking on this button. Yes, it might look enticing, but there's better ways to disenchant your cards. Although I'm not sure I would click disenchant over 11,000 times to get these. But if you want to maximize your dust, you don't want to be doing this. Instead, you want to disenchant cards basically one by one, focusing on cards that just aren't good. And one of the ways you can do that is type a refund, because what happens when a card gets nerfed, although right now there's nothing that has been nerfed recently, but when a card gets nerfed, you get full disenchant value. So you want to basically disenchant all the cards that you see when you type a refund, because you get way more dust that way, and there is no downside to disenchanting them. The only thing is that you have to recraft them for the same cost that you got from disenchanting them if you ever want to play those cards again. And for example, right, like here you can see the Spellstone, you know, it's now 20 dust, but yeah, if you save it, it would be 100 dust if it gets nerfed, although I kind of doubt this will happen with this card. So yeah, if you click disenchant all, then this will go down to 2, and yeah, you might miss out on 80 dust, so that's why you don't want to be doing it. Also, a quick way to find the cards in your collection that you have multiple copies of and you can easily disenchant without actually really hurting your collection is type extra. And here you can see all the cards that you have more than 2 copies of, or more than 1 if we're talking about legendaries. So another quick way to find those cards, and even easier way is you can combine these words. For example, search for a legendary, and then you'll see the legendaries that you have more than 1 of, if that's the case. And generally it's easiest to start with disenchanting legendaries, because you just get way more dust, right? It's way more efficient. Also, based on what modes you're playing, you can decide to disenchant maybe all the cards. Like if you never play Wild or Twist, if that ever is alive, then yeah, you can disenchant all the cards from the Wild sets here. All these cards, yeah, if you don't play Wild or Twist, then yeah, these cards are not really doing a whole lot, right? So you can disenchant all of these and get all the dust from it, all the way down to Legacy. I mean, you can disenchant all these cards here and just get some dust from it, and it won't hurt your collection in Standard. So that's what you can do. Also, gotta remember for Standard, if you have a craft card, is that it's important to know when cards rotate. So always, and there's between 4 and 6 expansions in Standard at any time. And yeah, basically the first expansion of the year, the oldest 3 will rotate. So right now we've got 4 expansions in the Standard: Wisbank's Workshop, Perils in Paradise, The Great Dark Beyond, and Into the Emerald Dream. So that means that we still have 2 more expansions this year, and an expansion after that. The oldest 3 will rotate, which means Wisbank's Workshop, Paradise, and Dark Beyond. Those 3 will rotate then, and Emerald Dream will stay for another year. So that basically means that the cards from the Emerald Dream, they're slightly more valuable than the older cards, right? Because you'll have them in Standard for 1 additional year compared to the older 3. So that's also one way you can make decision how to craft cards, is prefer cards that are a bit newer. Now that is it for dust. Now let's go to the menu here, where we can find some more ways to get packs and so on. Let's start with the modes here. We've got the adventures. There's some ways to get packs here, but I got that in my other video. There is Arena, where generally I would not recommend playing this mode to get packs or improve your collection unless you're really good at it. But what you can do is go to Arena. And what I do is, yeah, every time start an Arena run, you can basically play this Arena run as well until 2 losses, and then not finish the run. And that means every time the Arena rotation changes, you basically get a free run. You get the rewards for what your run was at. So if you go like 2 wins, 2 losses, you get reward for 2 wins, and you get a free Arena run again. And yeah, you can do that every time. So that's like an extra pack every Arena rotation. Now we also have the Tavern Brawl, of course, which every week you get a free pack if you win a game there. Then we have just an Hearthstone, right? If you play the ladder, you get these rewards, and every 5 ranks you get the extra rewards based on the highest rank in any mode. So sadly, you can't get Legend in the Vault and Standard and get this twice. Just whatever is your highest rank you'll get, and yeah, every 5 ranks your rewards will increase. Then here in the journal we have the event track often. It feels like pretty often there's an event track going on, and you generally really want to complete this one. You get some nice awards here, right? You get like an arena ticket, you get a pack, and then well, we won't talk about that other thing. And then often there's better rewards for your collection than this, although I guess this way you can disenchant the normal cards versions you have of these, but they look really nice. But yeah, if you ever get cards through these events, they are not disenchantable, so sadly no dust there. But yeah, you definitely want to be completing these rewards track whenever you can. And you can do that by playing somewhat frequently, as long as you complete this quest line. And looks like I got some work to do. Then we also have the normal quest, and generally, yeah, you want to be completing all of these again to maximize your XP reward for the battle pass. And what you don't want to do though is reroll these, because generally if you reroll this reward, you'll get like a lesser version of it. So unless you really don't expect to do a quest, like you don't want to play Priest, Shaman, or Warlock, then you can reroll it, but otherwise you really want to be completing these quests that you get this way. Then we have the rewards track here, and there's all kinds of rewards here, but yeah, outside of these quests I just showed you, it's just mainly just playing the game. Not too many tricks here. One thing though is you do get is that sometimes you get these kind of epics, rares or something on the rewards track, and it asks you to reroll or not. And generally, you do want to reroll these cards, especially the epics or legendaries, because that means you have this in your collection and you get another epic that you don't have yet. Then we also have the achievements, where you can get some XP by doing some gameplay achievements. I think it's up to a Badlands you can get the XP for doing these achievements, so there's a lot of XP to be gained there, and does a lot of gold, though not for most of the older ones after Badlands though. It used to be that you could only get XP during the expansion, but they changed it, so now you can even get the XP still from these older expansions. That's quite nice. So you can do all these achievements and get some gold from those. Now then, how to spend your gold? We go to the shop for that. And yeah, these bundles, these are not great for your collection. And how you do want to spend your gold generally is on the mini sets. Now, we'll soon have another mini set, and you really want to have saved up 2,000 gold for that mini set, because generally there's always something worth playing in the mini sets that you want, and then you don't have to craft it. And very often a card from the mini set also gets nerfed, especially the legendaries, and then you just get full disenchantment value back. So definitely try and always save up for those mini sets. And for all the mini sets, yeah, just take a look. If you want to play any of the legendaries, then it's generally a good decision to buy the mini set with gold. But if you don't want to play the legendaries, then you can skip it. And as for the packs here that you can buy, generally I would recommend buying the normal packs, not the golden. Although golden packs do have on average more dust, but generally it's just better to get more cards with the normal packs, because then you don't have to use that dust to actually get the cards right. You get about 4 times the epics in a normal pack than in a golden pack. And even though maybe then the golden epic, you can choose which epic to craft, but yeah, if you get 2 epics in a normal pack that you would want, it's way better, right? So I would definitely recommend, if you're trying to build a collection and don't have a ton of cards yet, go for those normal packs. And again, like I discussed earlier, you probably want to look at the packs from more recent sets than from the older ones here, like the Great Dark Beyond and so on. One trick though you can do if you haven't opened any of the older packs is that every pack, so normal, golden are separate, every first 10 packs, there's a guaranteed legendary. So what you could do if you haven't opened, let's say, Great Dark Beyond packs, right, is just buy these packs one by one, although sometimes you also get them for free on like the rewards tracks. But yeah, what you can do is buy these packs one by one until you get your first legendary, and then just move on with your gold to, like, you know, the next pack, and then go for perils, or maybe even golden if you have a lot of gold. And then yeah, you get one guaranteed in the first 10 packs, and that's just the best value you can get out of a pack. And if you're ever looking to spend money, then yeah, there's a bunch of bundles here you can do, and then I guess these are based on rank, but there's always some bundles in the shop with packs. You just want to look at yeah, bundles with a lot of packs in it. Generally you would want more than 1 pack per 100 runestones basically. So if that is the case, then it's at least a decent deal. And then yeah, definitely don't want to be getting cosmetics, because if there's like a card pack or a skin in the bundle, that means you just get less packs for the price than these kind of bundles that are just fully focused on getting packs and increasing your collection. And if you want to quickly calculate how good bundles are, you just calculate like a pack is worth 100 dust, a random legendary is worth 400 dust, a random epic is 100 dust, and then like a signature here we have 1600 dust. Same with golden legendary, and a golden epic is 400 dust as well. And then you can kind of calculate what is the best value for you. Although again, same rule here, a pack is I'd say worth more than 100 dust, but just a quick way to check how good these bundles are. And that is everything I got for you today. If you have any other tips, make sure to post them in the comments. If the video was helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time.